Welcome to Robchick's Life YouTube channel. This episode is going to be about taking the dash off on the Dodge Dart 2013, 14, 15, and 16 models. First thing I start off with is removing this top off. The way to take this top off is you grab on this leather part. There's two layers to it. You only grab the top and you pull it up. It's supposed to rip right off, leaving the bottom plastic on there. Usually you would take this leather piece off, and what you would have right here is this plastic piece. It would be screwed down. I have it already removed, so this is why it's all flimsy and rocking around everywhere and all messy. But basically there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts in here that you have to take out in order to take that plastic thing off. Once you have removed that, you have the ability to take this off. There's one on the bottom right here where you got to pull on this. There's one right there. Like I said, I already have all this removed, so once you have these bolts off, gently pull on it, start it on one side, gently start pulling on it, and it should start coming out. And that will take your navigation system off also. It's a full unit. Now, once you have taken it off, there are wiring that needs to be taken off too. We got one right here. Push and you pull. Now you get the second one. You also push and pull. Comes right off. And a third one. Also push and pull. Now you're ready to take the whole piece off. This would be the full piece. Navigation system and the whole panel that goes around your speedometer. So to remove this piece that is above the driver's legs, you will need to pull on it. I already have it removed, but what you will need is you're going to have to take 2 screws off the side, which, like you see on here, are right there and one right there, which will be right on this bottom piece and then right here. These two, once you remove those screws, there will be one more screw on the bottom, which on this unit would be on the bottom right here. So once you have it in this setup, it's going to be all the way in the bottom, so it's right here. This is where you will remove the screw. Now there's going to be wiring to remove. You got one wire right here that disconnects from this. You got 1, 2, 3 right here that would be removed from this, this, and this. And then you have the hood ejector right here that would be removed from here. All you do is you push on this lever thing and you push it out, and it should come out with the whole unit assembled. So to remove the speedometer, all you do is take the bottom 2 screws off, one in here and one right here, and after that you just pull on it and it should easily come out. But before you actually pull on it, you got a wire behind that you're gonna have to take off. The way to remove that wire is first you push down right here, then you pull on this red slot. Once you pull it all the way back, it should come off by itself. Real easy. So next, the way to remove the climate control unit is all you do is you pull on these. You got these little pouches right here on both sides. So what you do is you just grab it in and you just yank it. Don't yank too hard, but just a little minor yank. Do the same thing to this side. And it just comes off like that. Real easy. One more thing you gotta do before it comes off is you're gonna have to take one bolt off right there. And once you have, then the whole thing should come out. But again, watch for the wiring. Now you got wiring in the back. Here you push and then you pull on this. And once you pull it all the way, it actually comes out by itself. So, there you go. That's off. And then you got another one on the bottom. This one right here, what you're gonna have to do is take this blue piece off first. Before you do anything, you have to remove it first. Once you get that, then you push on this and you pull and it comes off easily. Now we're gonna have to remove the push to start button. Maybe in your case it would be the key insert. So we're gonna have to remove these 4 screws that were right here. There. And now you can just push this back in there and that would be out of your way. Now we will be removing the glove compartment off. So when you start, we will be taking this screw off, then this screw off. Then there's 1, 2, and 3 take off. Once you've taken those off, you can go ahead and close it, because we are done with taking the screws off from the inside. Now we need to go to the outside. There are 2 screws that hold this compartment. There's one right here, and then there's one right under this. Now, there is a lot of wiring harness. It is very hard to get under there. It's the biggest pain in the ass, but once you have removed, there's supposed to be 4 more screws to be taken out after you've taken these 2 off that hold the sides. Once you've taken off those 4 off, then you will be able to take this glove compartment out. But do also remember, when you're taking it off, you must have your navigation system out in order to go and look inside of here. There are wiring inside. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to pry your fingers in here carefully. And once you do, you get in there and you basically have to crawl all the way back there. You might be able to do it through here too, but I'm gonna do it through the bottom just so you can see. So what you do is you stick your hand in here, and there's gonna be a wiring harness all the way in the back. You're gonna have to remove them. So once you remove them, you'll be able to take this off. See, I already pulled off this side out. You're gonna have to pull this side out too, and slowly it will slide right out with no problem. Like you see here, the wiring harness is all the way in the back here. So what you would do is you're gonna have to grab the male part of it and push it down and pull. And that's what would release it from here. Now I'm going to take this airbag unit off and replace it. I replaced the one on the driver's side, which you can see it's already in there. The actual piece is right there. See how it's out? I have replaced it with a new one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this one off and replace it with a new one. What you're gonna do is you're gonna have to take these 4 bolts off. This 1, 2, 3, and 4 bolts off in order to take the whole unit off. So this is the new airbag unit that's gonna go to replace this one in here. So like you see, there are the 4 bolts, and now we got an electrical harness that's gonna go in here. So we're gonna have to watch out for that once we start removing that. So now we have removed the whole unit. Like I said, there's gonna be an electrical harness here. The way to remove airbagging harness, it's kind of easy and kind of complicated. You will need a flat screwdriver, which I got right here. But what you need to do is you have to pry it open. Basically, this orange thing has to pop off. This is kind of hard to do with a camera in my hands. So this is what it's gonna look like. Once you have that orange piece taken off, once it's lifted, then you can start pulling on this wire and it should release. This is what it looks like. So if that orange piece is pushed in, it locks itself in and you cannot remove it. So we're gonna grab the new piece and connect it back to that same harness. So what we do is we do the same exact thing. We push this in. You can just push the plastic piece in right away. And that orange thing clips right in and it's set and it's going nowhere. So now I got new bolts on here. We are going to install them in here. So here is the finished product. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this side piece off. All you do is pull on it and it will release. Make sure that you disattach all of these harnesses from the dash. So all of this has to be removed. And I would push it in that hole. Don't worry about this one. So now we're gonna take the whole top piece off, which is this piece going all the way around into the other side. What you do is you just give it a little snug and it should come out. Slowly pull on it and it'll come off all around. Once you think you have completely taken it off, you have to make sure there is another electrical harness that's connected to this, all the way underneath here. So, if you can see right here, all you do is push on this and pull, and then it is free to be taken out. Now, there's going to be a lot more screws to be taken out. We got 2 screws right there. Then, we got 2 more screws right here. And then, we got 2 more screws right here. So, once you have removed all the screws, you're gonna have to move that speaker in order to not break it. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna grab the speaker and put it sideways, and it will drop right in, and you just let it fall. And now when you start taking the dash out, it will not be in your way. I already did the same thing to the right hand side. Don't forget to remove one more screw that is behind the speedometer. Now you have two more screws on the bottom, which is right here and right here. You got two more that are right here and right here. Once you have removed these screws, start looking around, making sure all the screws are off. Now I see one more right there. And it's done. Now you look on this side, and there's that one screw that we missed here too. And it's off. You have one more screw behind this panel. What you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to pull on this, and it should come off. Once you have the piece off, there's that screw I was talking about that needs to be removed. And it's off. Now we go to the driver's side, and there's that screw that's still in there. And it's done. Now we're gonna have to start taking out the steering wheel off. First, we are going to take the airbag system off. In order to do that, we're going to need a flat screwdriver, and we're going to have to pop this piece off. Same thing on this side. You got it right there. So you're gonna put this flat screw in there and pry it open. And there's that bolt that needs to be taken out right there. Once you have taken those screws out, you can start pulling this out. But remember, there's going to be more wiring to be taken out. Now right here, this can be taken out real easily. All you do is pull on this real hard and it comes off. Now you got airbagging harness that needs to be taken out. You'll need a flat screwdriver again. What you do is you set it in, and once you set it in, all you do is just twist and pry it right off. Once you've done that, it should easily come right off. Now you have two more on the bottom. You do the same exact thing with those. Well, these harnesses are not coming out. Apparently they are fried in. So what we're gonna do is we are going to clip them. And we're gonna have to get new wires. Once we've done that, it should come right off. We got more electrical harness to be taken out. We got one right there, and we got one right there. Now, these two are going to be a little bit complicated, but it shouldn't take that long. You're going to need a flat screwdriver for this. all you do is you're gonna have to pop this one open. So all you need to do is you grab your screwdriver and you go all the way in the back there and you push. And once you push that, you will be able to take it off. You can carefully take it off. Now we're going to be looking for more screws that we have not taken out yet. First, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 and 7. And the 8th one was hiding up here. I got it. Now we're going to start pulling on the dash. Make sure this is free from the dash. And all we have to do, make sure all the wiring is out of the way. Nothing in the way. Now all we do is grab somewhere firmly and just start yanking it out. This bottom unit, all you gotta do is just pull back. Just make sure you put it on the front part of it. Now we can just start yanking it at everything. And it should start coming out. We got one more screw. There it is. It was located in here. So still keep watching for screws. When you yank at it, make sure you kind of feel and kind of look at where it's interfering with your pull. So if you see it somewhere interfering, that means it's hooked up on something. Up there is usually where we have a problem of taking it apart. All you gotta do is raise up and pull. One more thing that we need to disassemble before this is gonna release. Now, we got an airbag connection in here. We got the electrical connection, and then we got it screwed in here and in here. So we have to remove this nut and this nut and this wiring in order for the airbagging system to come out. Basically, this airbagging system is coming out with the dash. So first we're gonna need a flat screwdriver, and we're gonna have to put it in at the bottom and release that plastic part. Once you have this light gray plastic part out, now you can push and pull at it and it should come off. That's just a safety thing. Now we'll need a ratchet, and we're gonna have to take these 2 bolts out. So now these are removed. So once you have removed everything, all you gotta do is jerk at it real hard and keep pulling on it till it snaps off. I already got it snapped off on this side anyways. Now I have to go to that side and figure out why that one's not releasing. Like I thought, there was gonna be a screw on this side, just like the one we missed on the opposite side. Once we have removed that screw, now everything should come out easily. Well, holding on to somewhere else. Let's keep looking. So when I'm pulling on it, it seems like it's holding on somewhere in here. And yes, sure enough, there is a screw up here. Like I said, every time you pull at anything, make sure you watch how it's bending and where it looks like it's holding on to. So once you have this bolt removed, it should come out real easily. Now this side is off. Now the only problem we got is this unit right here. It is very hard to take this apart. So I'm not going to take this apart, but I'm gonna have to work around it in order to take this dash off. And as you see, this dash is finally off. So this is what it looks like after you have your dash taken out. I'm going to be putting in a new dash because of the airbag blowing up in there and ripping through the dash. So I will be installing a brand new dash system in here with a new airbag system, new steering wheel. Everything's going to be brand new. Now this is how you remove your dash. If you have any questions, please comment below. Thank you for watching. I am not responsible for any broken parts that you do. So make sure you know what you're doing before you do this procedure. Thank you, and you have a great day.